I've never been a fan of the Souls games. They're slow, annoying, and too difficult. And the same can be said about Black Myth Wukong, but for some reason, it stood out more than the others for me. The beauty of Black Myth Wukong can easily be a technological achievement. It looks extremely realistic and detailed. The game contains many different environments with their own climate, lighting, atmosphere, and details, but all of them keep up the graphical standard very high. It takes full advantage of the UE5 capabilities to produce an almost photorealistic look. Gameplay is a mix of adrenaline-inducing and annoying. Black Myth Wukong is a Souls game, so expect to die 100 billion times, but the battles are very engaging. They're very fast-paced, very challenging, and beating a boss after many tries feels like you've entered heaven. A lot of the bosses are very difficult, and in many cases, I just got depressed and wanted to give up. But my pride is the size of Mountain Everest, and that's kind of the idea of the game. There's a heavy emphasis on the Buddhist religion, and the religion itself is based on reliving the same life and suffering death over and over again until you reach enlightenment, just like you have to die over and over again to win at the end. The combat system is deep, with many abilities to aid you during the merciless battles, like medicine that would give you power-ups like extra defense, stronger attacks, immunity from a few attacks, and such things. You also get magic abilities and spirits you can cultivate for yourself in battle. You can also craft new, stronger weapons and outfits to help your attack and defense stats. The game is a semi-open world game with 6 locations to explore, collect, and fight in. So to ease your journey ahead, some grinding is needed since exploring can lead you to collect materials, which you can craft medicine, weapons, and clothes out of, and spirits, which you can use in future battles. The combat has a lot to offer, but it's very unforgiving as well. You have those little enemies who are very easy to beat, well, at least some of them. Then you have the bosses. Some of them are easy, doable from the first start, but story bosses are mainly the hardest to beat. So the hard ones are mandatory while the easy ones are sometimes optional, and the bosses are varied so that nothing feels repetitive. Most of the battles, unlike typical Souls games, are extremely fast and exciting, so you'll need the reflexes of a cat to keep up. Now, the game uses Unreal Engine, and with every Unreal Engine game comes Unreal Engine issues. Stutters and poor optimization are still present, but much more tolerable than other games, so it's alright. You can tell they tried optimizing the game as much as possible, but the engine itself holds back the potential. Black Myth Wukong is based on a Chinese novel called Journey to the West. The story is about the fall of the Monkey King and how a destined one follows in his footsteps to uncover his past and fate through challenging gods, demons, and corrupted beings. It's a very interesting story, and I love the style in which it was told. After you finish every chapter, you get a little cutscene, which is basically a unique style of animation with music in the background that explains the story further. Each cutscene has its own style. I love them so much, and I admire the work that was put into them. Black Myth Wukong is a rare game. It holds something that the industry is missing, and that is love and effort. It's not just another Souls game. I really don't like them, but for the most part, I kinda enjoyed Black Myth Wukong, and many other people did. So to balance my opinion and the public's opinion about the game, Black Myth Wukong deserves a 9.2 out of 10.